This is a deadline with gunpoint at it. 3 days. That is the ultimatum. Surrender or face consequences. Iran is not even spelling out. This warning is not coming from any politician, not from the court, but from the top police chief of Iran. And yes, it is chilling. You're watching TimesXP. It's me, Trithiyatri. Here's what Iran just announced. Iran's police chief has declared that protesters have 3 days to turn themselves in. No negotiations here, no conditions, just surrender. The message is blunt: come forward now or we will come for you later. So Tehran's claim is this: the country is under full control. According to Iranian authority, the unrest is over now, streets are calm, orders have been restored and the state has won. Well, this is the official story though, but outside Iran and quietly inside it, a very different picture is emerging. Here's what we are witnessing as a whole world: gunfire echoing through the neighborhoods, security forces firing into crowd, people dragged away at the night. Human rights groups say that mass killings have taken place. Bodies rushed to morgues. Morgues, they are now overflowing, families reportedly being forced to identify their loved ones and then sign silence agreements. Speak out and you disappear next. In fact, the internet has gone dark now. Iran is under a prolonged internet blackout. Videos are blocked, messages don't send, calls don't connect. This is not a technical failure, by the way, this is control. Because when the internet dies, so does the evidence. Forced confession, fear campaigns, that's right, state televisions are airing confessions. Faces bruised, voices trembling, words clearly rehearsed. Well, right groups say that these confessions are recorded and intentional, extracted under pressure, or maybe worst. But the goal is very simple here: break the spirit before it spreads again. But the regime is nervous. Why? Because key mourning dates are approaching. Funerals often turn into protests. Grief becomes rage, and then comes Nowruz, the Persian New Year, the year of gathering, the time of crowds. The regime knows the history here. Iran's biggest uprisings often begin during moments like these, and that is why the deadline is now so much important, before the streets fill again. And now there is a global angle as well. As Iran tightens its grip, the United States is moving pieces on the chessboard. US military assets are being repositioned across the Middle East, aircrafts, naval forces, strategic deployment. Washington says it is precautionary, but Tehran sees it as a pressure. You know why this is dangerous? Because internal crackdowns and external tensions feed each other. A regime under pressure at home often looks for enemies abroad. A single miscalculation, a clash, a strike, a retaliation, and then this stops being a protest story anymore. It becomes a regional crisis. In the end, here's what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Iran says we are in control. The streets say that we are not over. A 3-day ultimatum is not confidence, it is fear. Fear that protests, they are only paused. Fear that silence is temporary, and fear that the next spark could already be lit. Watch this space, because deadlines like this don't end the unrest, they decide what comes next.